Okay, everybody, welcome back to another A+ entry backtesting video. In today's video, we're going to be testing this on MNQ using the 1 minute time frame. Now, the criteria is here on the screen now. So for our bias, we use the 4-hour lows and highs to find sweeps and trade a reversal. We also mark out the closest 4-hour bullish and bearish fair value gaps or inversions for our PD race. Now, I do use the 50-minute and 5-minute highs to find sweeps as well. And a bonus is SMT. So we're using NQ on the 1 minute, and NQ is meant to be correlated to ES. So when there's an inverse of the correlation, we can use that to our advantage and grade our setup slightly higher. Times, we trade macro intervals only, with an exception of trading 9:30 to 9:45 market open, that first 15 minutes. Entries, inversion fair value gaps, and CISDs. Targets are 1-to-1, then you extend your target to the closest high, session low, etc. One loss, we're done for the day. One win, we're done for the day. And a break even, we can look for more setups. So here's the wheels and names. This is going to take us back to a random year to backtest. That way I can't fabricate the results. It's going to be random, and we're going to see how I perform. Okay. We're going back to 2025. Now which month? So we've only got 10 months to go from this year. November's still in the process of it. Okay, so we're going to February. Now we go, it's FX Uplay. And here, what we're going to do is collect and backtest our system. So you can see I use this for multiple hours every single month. It just helps you refine your system a lot faster than the live market conditions would be able to. Of course, backtesting is historical data. Essentially, it takes us back in time to a data point as if we're looking at the market here today. So YouTube, backtests, account balance, 150,000, MNQ, and MES. Chart layout, this is just your colors. So 2025, February. We'll start from the beginning until here. Okay, so our goal and our objective is just to take home 5R. If we can net 5R, we'll finish the video. Okay, so on the left-hand side, we have NQ. On the right-hand side, we have ES. First thing I want to do is just delete everything from the chart. And now we're going to establish our bias, right? We don't know if we're buying or selling until we start from the top down. So I can see the 4 hours swept the low. So we favor being bullish with that alone. 4-hour high is intact. So we label them. And the 4-hour high is inside this imbalance. So that's going to be a pretty strong draw for price this week. What else have we got? I see this 4-hour low in the gap. Could be a reversal point. Could be a draw. We just mark it and see. Now dropping down a time frame. On the 15, we're just looking for session lows. Have they been taken out? I can see here it's starting off 1 hour. So let's change the time. It's just 1 hour behind. There we go. Now the green box is London highs and lows. Asia highs is the blue box and lows, of course. And here is New York, the red. So I don't know why it's not. Okay, we need to go to the next day. That's why. Then one more. Now we have it. Was it still messing up? Okay, now we're here. Oh, it's because there's a huge gap. That makes sense. So let's do it again. 4-hour low and high. Are we bullish or bearish? Well, we took that 4-hour low and that new week opening gap. 4-hour high. We obviously got a big new week opening gap here to trade into. And the market hasn't touched it just yet. So I'm going to be bullish coming into this open. Objective would be here. I see London has been swept already, but that's a pretty strong draw for price to reverse from. And then seeing here as well. Okay, and then here as well. Now on the 5 minute, I'm just making sure I'm not buying into anything. Potentially this wick high. But then other than that, we're good. Okay. So on the 1 minute, we're just going to let price play and draw either higher or lower. Okay, I like that. I think we can have a stop here. It's a big stop, but we're just going to go for one-to-ones. Nah, it's too big of a stop. Let's shorten that. Maybe to the CE of that gap. There we go. So we're going to take that CISD on open. It did try and attack lower. It took some of these lows out. I think if we're going to be bullish, we can take this 15-minute high. So we could even extend it to here. Okay. Boom. So our first trade was 1.58 risk to reward. I'd probably go break even here sometimes, but considering we got that new week opening gap above us, does make sense to target higher. So 1.58, we're risking $1,500 here, just because the win rate's pretty good. On average, you can risk more, go for your one-to-ones. And now we come back to the next day. Okay, starting off again, well, we did really go bullish. So we got out very quick. We could have probably held to that draw, but we got our piece, which is the main thing. Okay, so we're in this still. Gonna refine it down to this bullish gap. Bearishness. What about this here? That's an inversion, right? Yeah. Extend it down a little bit. And, oh, we're actually in the bearish gap as well. All the way here. So that's why we want to check, right? Because if we do go bullish, we're going to be buying into that imbalance. Not saying we can't still trade continuations through that. But you just want to be cautious of it and make the decision yourself. So 15-minute low. Then we've got 15 high in the gap. 5-minute high in the gap. Okay. We've got a 5-minute low. Another one here. Okay, I think we're ready. So we do favor being bearish. We swept the high, but let's see. Could try and sell. Okay, I'm glad we didn't take that. Wasn't too convinced just yet. Do we go long here? Not too convinced just yet. Okay, it would have worked. I didn't like the 5-minute high sweep. Okay, we're gonna try that. Boom. Okay. So we had a CISD above this order block. Stop loss quite big. Could have probably made that shorter. But price clearly on open was anticipating, or not anticipating, but looking to draw higher before probably going bearish on the day. If we press play here. Maybe not. Maybe we just do keep being in a continuation. But normally that first open can be the manipulation into a higher time frame PD ray before then coming back down and going bearish like a Judas swing. But today it just wants to run high. I'm actually interested to see. Okay, yeah. Continuation day. Let's come back tomorrow. What is the risk here? Why are we up so much? Let's just check that quickly. What was that last position? Oh, we're risking 3k. Now that we don't do normally on a funded at all, like 1.5 max, because then you're using one trade a day. Oh, we just skipped a day. That's annoying. Yeah, we just skipped this day. It's fine. Right, 9:30 open. Let's have a look. So 3k risk. So we're up 2.5 R. Yeah. Okay, we've got the 4-hour high here. 4-hour low there. Do have this bullish. Sorry, there's a bullish gap here. Okay. Bearishness. Nope. I guess this is the draw for the week. I remember saying that. But it's on a Friday, so that was wrong. Let's have a look. Price sweeping at high. London high's been taken on ES. London low, London and Asia low, both been taken. Seeing no 5 or 15-minute highs. Okay, we got one here. So there's our draws. With another high here. Okay, we're going to press play on this. We do favour being bullish because we took the low. But we need... there is a 15. Okay. So going back to the 1 now. That looks very bullish, right? Yeah, I have to take that. So let's go back 1 candle. I'd be taking it. Stops with the highs. Yeah, because we had a CISD. We attacked this 5-minute or 15-minute there. Delivering from the CE. It's a tough one here, but I'm more convinced in lower just because of ES taking London lows. So I want to make sure that candle tags is in. There we go. Because we do have a small CISD here. Yeah. Okay. Well, that was a good loss, to be honest. I'm happy with that. Yeah. Just we had SMT, so it actually convinced me in lower, but we move on. Now this, we've got data highs and data lows. This looks really, really good. So, have we passed the CE? Yeah. So if we pass the CE of the news candle's wick, we're very likely to push higher. So on open, we can be aggressive. We can even double the risk on open. On news days anyway, because they're the most high probable days for me. Digging into that 15-minute. This is the draw, right? Yeah. Okay, so we do have the low as well. Oh, we've took out both sides. Yeah, that's tough. I'm still bullish, to be honest. And then bearish. Yeah. Okay, exactly like that. CISD on open. Long. I understand we have data highs, but we're just going to target there. Okay. Boom. So we can double risk on data high and low days. I've been waiting for it for a very long time with these news releases. They've been gone with the government shutdown. I mean, in real time now, I don't just go for one-to-ones. I don't really normally trade CISDs anyway. I've just added them into my system now just because it works a lot better. I've been trading breakers, FVGs, etc. for a while, the unicorn model, but this makes a lot of sense to me. So we're risking 3K. 3K, 5R would be 15,000. Okay. But you can see if you had 150K funding, obviously you want to reduce this by 2 because we've used double risk. But you'd still be at 5K. Right, let's start again. The low hasn't been swept. So 15-minute high. Cool. 5 minutes swept here. We also created another one. Think that will do. Yeah. Okay, so we favor being bearish, right? We swept the high inside a gap. No news to look out for. Okay, now I'm bullish. Yeah, we're taking that. CISD. Put stops here. We like that. So we swept 930, swept 930 low. Okay, we gotta go break even here. We'll secure a small win. Break even just because it took the internal high here that was located in a gap. Regardless if this still won or not, that is good trade management because overall it's likely to draw back, unfortunately. So very small win on the day, but it has pushed us a little bit higher. Let's see if we can get a move even long again, to be honest. Swept the high. Swept the high. Ah, that was probably the long. Okay. Right, we're selling that then. Because now we swept this 15-minute and displaced. Stops above here. We've got a CISDI and an inversion. I like that. Plus, we've got accumulation here. If we zoom out, we have a period of accumulation. Likely to draw lower. We'll go risk-free quite soon as well. Yeah, we'll go risk-free here. Okay, nice. So we've got another target. Okay, so I think we've hit 5R now, right? So first one, and then 3,000. That was correct, 3,000. So that's 1R. Gone 1.5. And this got 2R. I know that's 1 as well. Yeah, because we doubled risk here. So that actually gave us 2R, that's why. That was 2R. This should be 1R plus 2. Okay, we're going to leave it there. I think we've got a pretty good statistic with just around 5R in total. 83% win rate, 6 trades taken. Obviously, you can see if this is on your funded account, you've managed risk pretty well. This 3,000 is not realistic. It could be 1,500. So you could use these results and cut them in half. And you could have seen what you would have achieved within quite a short period of time. That's 1 week. But obviously, the market's not always going to be probable like this. Some weeks it's going to be more. Some weeks it's going to be less. But I'm going to leave it there. If you want to join my Discord and trade live with me, seeing these CISDs, then do join in the description below. And I look forward to speaking to you all inside there.